It might astonish you to learn that consuming the wrong types of nuts regularly can elevate your cardiovascular disease risk by approximately 48%, especially for elderly individuals. This statistic has legitimate foundations. It originates from research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, conducted across multiple years. Now for the concerning aspect. Several popular nuts commonly stored in kitchen pantries can silently elevate blood pressure, promote inflammation, obstruct arteries, and potentially accelerate cognitive deterioration, yet many older adults consume these believing they're making healthy choices. A particular nut, which will be identified later in this discussion, contains high levels of a toxic substance that, when consumed regularly, may damage your liver, kidneys, and cognitive functions. This nut likely resides in your snack container already, the same one frequently recommended by low-carbohydrate diet advocates, yet it could be causing irreversible harm to aging bodies. However, there's no need for concern. This video provides comprehensive guidance. Here you'll discover the most thorough guide to nut consumption, including which varieties are safest, most beneficial for cardiac health, most advantageous for brain function, and which should be completely avoided. Additionally, ensure you watch until the conclusion because we reveal a disturbing truth about the most dangerous nut that remains largely undiscussed, potentially causing significant health damage without your awareness. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel for similar content before we begin. Also, indicate in the comments where you're viewing from. Now, let's examine the 4 types of nuts that seniors should incorporate into their diet. Fourth, the bone-strengthening powerhouse, almonds. Almonds rank among the finest foods for aging bodies thanks to their high calcium and vitamin E content, which collectively help maintain bone strength. As we age, fractures pose increasingly serious complications due to naturally more porous and fragile bone structure. Natural bone density loss accelerates after age 65, but consuming just 1/4 cup of almonds daily helps slow this process by providing approximately 97 milligrams of calcium. Beyond their calcium richness, almonds contain magnesium, a mineral commonly deficient in elderly populations. This unique combination makes almonds particularly valuable. Magnesium functions as a transport mechanism, preventing calcium from damaging arterial walls while facilitating its delivery to bone tissue. Additionally, almonds' beneficial monounsaturated fats support heart health by reducing harmful LDL cholesterol levels, particularly important as cardiovascular disease risk increases with age. I recommend seniors consume 15 to 20 almonds daily, preferably raw or dry roasted without salt. Almonds provide excellent defense against constipation through their high fiber content, approximately 3.5 grams per serving, addressing an issue affecting roughly 40% of elderly individuals. Most significantly, studies conducted by Tufts University researchers demonstrate almonds' ability to prevent oxidative damage that many fear will affect their brain cells during aging. Select almonds with skins intact as they contain flavonoids that, combined with vitamin E, double their antioxidant potency. Caution: almonds may present choking hazards for elderly individuals with swallowing difficulties, so thorough chewing is essential. Third place, walnuts, the cognitive function enhancer. Walnuts stand out among the finest brain foods for seniors, partly due to their striking resemblance to the brain, the very organ they nourish. These remarkable nuts contain the highest concentration of plant-based omega-3 fatty acid, alpha-linolenic acid, compared to other popular varieties. This proves especially significant for elderly brains since omega-3s facilitate neurotransmission and maintain brain cell membrane integrity. A recent study published in the Journal of Nutrition revealed significant improvements in cognitive processing speed and mental flexibility among seniors who consumed just 1.5 ounces of walnuts daily for 8 weeks. Walnuts' distinctive polyphenolic compounds may inhibit neurodegenerative disease development, including Alzheimer's and dementia, by penetrating the blood-brain barrier and directly combating neural tissue inflammation, less commonly known as walnuts' melatonin content, particularly valuable since melatonin levels naturally decline with age, often causing sleep disturbances among seniors. Some individuals find consuming a handful of walnuts before bedtime improves sleep quality. Walnuts' combination of arginine, an amino acid promoting blood vessel function, and polyphenols, which reduce oxidative stress, makes them exceptionally beneficial for cardiovascular health. Indeed, walnuts may enhance blood pressure medication effectiveness by helping elderly individuals maintain arterial flexibility. For optimal benefits, store walnuts refrigerated to prevent their delicate oils from becoming rancid, and aim to consume 7 to 9 walnut halves daily. Additionally, cracking them yourself when possible helps maintain fine motor skills. Don't be deterred by walnuts' naturally protective flavor. In fact, their slight bitterness indicates potent antioxidant presence. Second place, pistachios, excellent for blood pressure management. Among nuts beneficial for senior health, pistachios may be most underappreciated, particularly regarding blood pressure regulation. Pistachios uniquely feature low sodium content alongside high potassium levels, approximately 285 milligrams per serving, making them particularly healthful. This mineral balance proves especially important for elderly individuals as it helps prevent age-related kidney salt retention. They may reduce systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points, comparable to certain prescription medications but without adverse effects. Furthermore, pistachios contain lutein and zeaxanthin, carotenoids that protect against age-related macular degeneration, the primary cause of vision loss after age 60. By concentrating in the eye's macula, seniors can enjoy pistachios' pleasant crunch without concerns about potential damage to teeth and gums often associated with harder nuts. Beyond their aesthetic appeal, their distinctive green and purple hues contain antioxidants that neutralize free radicals, which accelerate body-wide aging processes. Pistachios offer practical advantages for seniors. The shelling process naturally slows consumption, preventing overeating while providing a mindful eating experience that proves both calming and cognitively stimulating. The International Journal of Obesity reported that discarded shells provide visual consumption indicators, helping seniors better control intake. Those with arthritic hands can still enjoy shelling pistachios by selecting partially open varieties. Aim for approximately 49 pistachios daily, roughly 1 ounce, choosing unsalted or lightly salted options. For the 25% of Americans over 65 who are diabetic or pre-diabetic, pistachios' 3 grams of fiber per ounce effectively helps regulate blood glucose levels. First place, Brazil nuts, beneficial for thyroid function. Brazil nuts rank first because they support thyroid function, an important yet often overlooked aspect of healthy aging. These extraordinary nuts represent the richest known selenium food source, containing 96 micrograms, 137% of daily requirements, in just one nut. This proves extremely significant since thyroid disorders affect up to 20% of individuals over 65, with many cases remaining untreated because symptoms are frequently mistaken for natural aging manifestations. Selenium, abundant in Brazil nuts, plays crucial roles in thyroid hormone activation, which supports energy production, metabolism, and mood regulation. Beyond thyroid support, Brazil nuts specific fatty acids help preserve myelin, the protective sheath surrounding nerve cells that typically deteriorates with age. This myelin maintenance may help seniors maintain reflexes, reaction times, and cognitive processing speeds. Interestingly, Brazil nuts contain organically bonded selenium, making it more bioavailable and easily utilized than synthetic selenium supplements. Brazil nuts are so potent that minimal quantities produce noticeable effects, and their rich, creamy texture makes even small amounts satisfying. I advise seniors to limit consumption to 1 or 2 Brazil nuts daily due to potential adverse effects from excessive selenium intake. When purchasing Brazil nuts, select those still in shells. This natural packaging preserves nutrients longer. Store them refrigerated to prevent spoilage due to their high fat content. Brazil nuts provide additional benefits for constipation-prone seniors through their combination of fiber and natural oils that promote intestinal regularity. Many elderly individuals who might otherwise choose less nutritious snacks find Brazil nuts' naturally sweet, buttery flavor appealing. Most remarkably, emerging evidence suggests certain Brazil nut antioxidants may slow the natural shortening of telomeres, chromosome caps that typically shrink with age, potentially influencing cellular aging. These nuts prove ideal for individuals aged 65 and beyond. Now we'll discuss nuts that seniors might consider avoiding or consuming cautiously. Inflammatory trigger. Number 4, peanuts. Despite their widespread consumption, peanuts present several concerns for elderly individuals. First, it's important to understand that peanuts aren't actually nuts. They're legumes grown underground. This makes them susceptible to mold and aflatoxins, mycotoxins naturally produced by certain molds, which can damage the liver and increase cancer risk with frequent consumption. As we age, our detoxification mechanisms inevitably become less efficient, compounding this risk. More concerning for elderly individuals is that peanuts contain proteins potentially triggering inflammatory responses even without actual allergies. Aging populations already face elevated risks for joint discomfort, cardiovascular stress, and cognitive decline. This low-grade inflammation can exacerbate all three conditions. Most Americans already consume excessive omega-6 fatty acids compared to anti-inflammatory omega-3s. Peanuts' high omega-6 content compounds this imbalance. Many physicians neglect warning elderly patients about potentially dangerous interactions between peanuts and blood thinners like warfarin due to peanuts' vitamin K content. Commercial peanut butters containing hydrogenated oils, additional sodium, and sugars further aggravate these issues for aging cardiovascular systems. The 63% of American seniors suffering from hypertension face additional challenges. Even natural peanut butter without added salt can elevate blood pressure. Improper storage causing peanut rancidity produces harmful free radicals. Commercial dry roasting processes generate acrylamide, a chemical with potential cognitive degrading effects, particularly concerning for those already experiencing memory concerns. Even if you've consumed peanuts regularly without apparent adverse effects, substituting one of our recommended nuts, even 3 days weekly, can provide benefits while reducing exposure to harmful substances. Third place, cashews, the hidden sugar spike. Cashews present unique risks to elderly individuals due to their exceptionally high carbohydrate content and glycemic impact. Compared to true tree nuts, cashews contain fewer protective fiber compounds and substantially more carbohydrates, approximately 9 grams per ounce. This triggers blood sugar responses potentially harmful to the approximately 25% of individuals over 65 with diabetes and another 48% with prediabetes. This proves especially concerning because cashews maintain positive health reputations. Consequently, many elderly individuals consume them excessively without considering potential blood glucose effects. Cashews' smooth, curved shape presents choking hazards, particularly for individuals with swallowing difficulties. They rank among the most frequently aspirated nuts among seniors. Nutritionally, cashews prove suboptimal due to high oxalate content, compounds that bind with calcium in the digestive tract, reducing calcium absorption. This presents significant concerns for elderly individuals already at risk for osteoporosis. For those already facing increased kidney stone risk, which escalates dramatically after age 60, these same oxalates compound the danger. Another hidden issue involves cashew processing. The extensive processing required to remove urushiol, a toxic substance also found in poison ivy, significantly reduces cashew's nutritional value. Many commercial varieties undergo oil roasting with excessive salt, adding unhealthy fats and sodium that potentially worsen blood pressure and cardiac strain. Cashews contain enzyme inhibitors that may impair protein digestion, particularly problematic for seniors who frequently experience digestive difficulties and protein absorption challenges. Few realize that cashew's creamy texture facilitates overconsumption, potentially contributing to weight gain during life stages when maintaining healthy weight becomes increasingly challenging. Consider substituting walnuts or almonds for cashews to enjoy healthier snacks, presenting fewer risks to aging bodies while providing superior nutritional profiles. Second place, macadamia nuts present significant health concerns for elderly individuals despite their exquisite flavor, primarily due to their extremely high caloric density. With approximately 200 calories per ounce, they rank as the most calorically concentrated nut available. This proves particularly challenging given that metabolic rates inevitably decline with age, compounding elderly individuals' weight management difficulties. Their extraordinarily high fat content, approximately 22 grams per ounce, further stresses the gallbladder's already diminished efficiency. Macadamias can trigger painful episodes among the 15% of seniors with asymptomatic gallstones that might otherwise remain unnoticed. Beyond their caloric load, macadamias contain among the highest saturated fat levels of any nut, approximately 3 grams per ounce, potentially raising LDL cholesterol, already concerning for many elderly individuals. Their density and hardness present serious threats to oral health among seniors with crowns, bridges, or weakened teeth. This proves especially problematic after age 65 when enamel weakens through wear and diminished calcium absorption. Practically speaking, macadamias rank among the most expensive nuts, potentially causing budget-conscious seniors to select cheaper varieties more likely to be rancid or improperly stored, exposing them to more dangerous oxidized lipids. Commercial macadamia's already suboptimal nutritional profiles become further compromised through oil roasting and excessive salting, adding sodium and damaged lipids. Their rich, buttery flavor may prompt overconsumption, particularly among older individuals with less sensitive taste buds who prefer stronger flavors. Many elderly individuals consume macadamias believing they support heart health, but research demonstrating nuts' cardiac benefits has largely excluded or minimized high-fat varieties like macadamias. If you've regularly enjoyed macadamias, consider switching to pistachios, which offer substantially superior nutritional profiles specifically suited to aging bodies. First place, pine nuts. Pine nuts rank among the most problematic nuts for elderly individuals for several reasons particularly relevant to this demographic. They're containing compounds that interact with over 60% of medications prescribed to seniors raises significant concerns, potentially reducing these medications' effectiveness or introducing harmful side effects. While many prescription drugs interact with each other, this proves especially true with statins, certain antidepressants, and blood pressure medications commonly prescribed to individuals over 65. Most physicians and pharmacists never inform patients about food-drug interaction risks, a major red flag. Most concerning is pine nut syndrome, causing pine nuts to impart bitter, metallic tastes persisting for weeks after consumption. While seemingly minor, this can devastate older adults due to correlations between taste alterations and decreased appetite and nutritional status. Research indicates significant weight loss occurs in up to 42% of affected individuals. The syndrome appears more prevalent among elderly individuals, possibly attributable to age-related taste receptor and detoxification pathway changes. Pine nuts contain high polyunsaturated fat levels, which rapidly oxidize and generate inflammatory compounds. This presents concerns for elderly individuals already managing inflammatory conditions like arthritis. Their small size and slick texture create aspiration risks. This proves particularly worrisome for older individuals with swallowing difficulties or taking medications causing dry mouth, affecting over 70% of seniors taking multiple prescriptions. While protein absorption naturally decreases with age, pine nuts enzyme inhibitors can further impair protein digestion during this critical period. Pine nuts represent calorie-dense items contributing to weight management challenges common after age 65 due to their high oil content, especially when combined with carbohydrates, even in pesto, their most common culinary application. Concerningly, emerging research suggests certain pine nut varieties contain compounds potentially accelerating age-related macular degeneration, the primary cause of vision loss among elderly individuals. These four nuts should be avoided after age 65. Dietary choices regarding which nuts to consume or avoid can profoundly impact health, vitality, and cognitive function during one's later years. Remember, consistent application of small adjustments produces significant long-term outcomes. Now we invite your participation. Have dietary modifications, such as adding or eliminating specific nuts, affected your health? Which nut has most significantly impacted your life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section. We value your input.